Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well, and after 8 years in this sim and nearly 5,000 videos and fights, welcome to the most important battle so far. 2025 Russian and Chinese carrier strike groups versus US and UK carrier strike groups. We've done something similar before, August 2021. US and UK carrier group versus China and Russian carrier group here, but back then we didn't have the technology to do a modern version of it. The aircraft were 1990s aircraft. The sensors and radars were 1990s. Air-to-air missiles were 1990s. The ships and the ship's missiles were all 1990s. We've been working incredibly hard for the last 20 or so months. It's now March 2023. We've now got the units in-game to run the 2020s version. Modern 2020 ships with 2020s weapons, with 2020s radars, with 2020s planes. It's been a hell of a lot of work, and there's lots of people to thank, like CH, Rad, and a whole bunch of other guys. But here we are. The biggest and debatably the most important we'll ever do. First, we'll do the briefing. It will be incredibly complicated and it will take some time because there are so many variables to go through here. Then we'll do predictions and then we'll do the fight. First, overview. Russian carrier strike group has one CV, the Kuznetsov, which is now actually sailing again. It's out of dry dock and it's been modernized. 6 Gorshkov anti-ship frigates. 24 4th gen fighters, Mig-29KR, the most modern naval fighter they have, plus humans. Total 7 ships, 24 AI aircraft, plus humans. Chinese, 1 CV, Type 003 Fujian, their most modern and their 3rd carrier. 2 cruisers, Type 055, the Chinese call them destroyers, the West call them cruisers. 4 destroyers, Type 052D, so the Type 055 and 52D are their most modern fighting ships, with hypersonic weapons. 25 4th gen fighters, air-to-air J-15B, and 24 4th gen anti-ship. 3 AWACS plus humans, giving 7 ships and 53 AI aircraft plus humans. USA, 1 CV, Gerald Ford class, 2 cruisers, Ticonderoga CMP, 4 destroyers, Arleigh Burke Flight 3, 3 squadrons, 1st Squadron, 20 5th gen fighters, F-35C, next 24th gen FA-18F Super Hornet, and finally 20 more Super Hornets anti-ship with 3 AWACSs, plus humans in Super Hornets, total 7 ships and 63 AI aircraft. Finally, UK carrier strike group, consisting 1 CV, Queen Elizabeth class, 6 destroyers, which is as many as we have at the moment, of Type 45 class, and a complement of 24 5th gen fighters, F-35B, total 7 ships and 24 AI aircraft, plus humans. The battle geography. Here is Bullseye. The separation between coalitions is 220 statute miles. Here is the US carrier group, UK carrier group, Russian carrier group, Chinese carrier group. Now we're going to go into the details. There are lots to go through, so please get a coffee, get a beer, whatever your thing is. I think I'm going to do escort ships first. 2 Ticonderoga CMPs. This is the modernized type of Ticonderoga, which would be used in modern combat. Featuring 45 SM-2 surface-to-air missiles, 32 SM-6 surface-to-air and surface-to-surface missiles, 16 SM-3 Block 1 incredibly expensive but effective anti-ballistic, anti-hypersonic missiles that will be needed today. Tomahawks won't be used today, and 64 ESSM, Enhanced Sea Sparrow missiles. Incredibly effective ship. 4 Arleigh Burke Flight 3, modernised versions of the Arleigh Burke. 32 SM-2, 24 SM-6, 16 SM-3, 64 ESSM. Obviously they have guns and seaways and stuff as well. We're just going through the main missiles today. Their job today is to protect the carrier. On board the carrier are the 3 squadrons that we've already looked at. Let's look at loadouts. First, F-35C armed with Sidekick mod, allowing 6 futuristic AIM-260 long-range air-to-air missiles and nothing else. It will be in stealth configuration with no exterior pylons and a radar cross-section of 0.0 0.05 meters squared, meaning it can be seen at about 20 miles. Second Squadron, Super Hornet air-to-air, 12. AIM 260 long-range missiles and a couple of Sidewinders. Not stealth, but still marginally low visibility. And finally, Squadron 3, anti-ship, featuring 4 AGM-158C LRASM anti-ship long-range stealth missiles, as well as close-range defense weapons. 3 AWACS that they're sharing between their 2 Blue Coalition carrier groups, and that is the US carrier group. Next, British Queen Liz class carrier, defended by all 6 of UK's Type 45 destroyers, armed with 16 Aster-15 close-range surface-to-air missiles and 32 Aster-30 medium to long-range surface-to-air missiles, and each have 8 anti-ship naval strike low-visibility missiles. Her air wing is 617 Squadron, 24 F-35Bs. F-35Bs can only carry 4 missiles in their internal bay if they want to remain stealthy. They have got 4 Meteors. They will otherwise be in stealth configuration with the same radar cross-section as the F-35Cs. All AI today are going to be set the same. Maximum skill level, and to fire at the maximum range of their missiles, which is how these long-range missiles are designed to be used, and they will all return to base once they are out of their main missiles. They will not purposefully go into dogfights or do stupid, unrealistic things. At least if they follow my orders, they will RTB land. They will not have time to reload and go back up before the fight is over. On the Blue Coalition, there will be humans as well. They will start 15 miles behind the carrier. They must buzz the carrier to simulate taking off from it, and they are armed with the same aircraft you've seen from the AI. So you've either got F-35Bs as shown, or Super Hornets as shown for the Americans. Next, Red Coalition, Russians. Like I said, Kuznetsov is now finally out of dry dock after catching fire for about 30 times. No one knows what her modernized configuration is, so we've had to model her before she went into dock 5 years ago. So it's actually a slightly older one, but it's the best we can do. She is protected by 6 incredibly powerful modern Gorshkov frigates, armed with 24 long-range SAMs, the 9M96M, otherwise known as the S-350, complemented by short-range SAMs, 32 of them, 9M100. Also, anti-ship, 8 Caliber missiles, 3M54T, and 4 P-800 Oniks Supersonic anti-ship missiles. Very small but potent vessel. It is something I worried about today. And her air wing, 24 Mig-29KRs, their latest naval aircraft. They will be fielding Russia's most modern, slightly futuristic weapon, the R-74M. We will study the missiles a bit more before we set off, and 2 R-74s. With her humans as well, which will be MiG-29Ks as well. And finally, we've got the Chinese, the second largest carrier group today. We have our analogue for the 003 Fujian class carrier. Her escort ships are going to be 2 cruisers and 4 destroyers. The cruisers are considered the most dangerous vessels in the world at the moment. Type 055 destroyer. Incredibly dangerous vessels if they live up to their public quotas. Featuring SAMs, long range, 72 of them, HHQ-9 Bravo, their equivalent of the SM-6, and 24 close range HHQ-10 SAMs. Their anti-shipping missiles, they have 16 YJ-18 anti-ship missiles capable of just shy of Mach 3 on speed up, and the brand new YJ-21, 8 of them ballistic hypersonic missiles capable of Mach 10, and 4 052D, if you like, a smaller version of the 055, 40 of the long-range SAMs, 24 of the close-range SAMs, 16 of the YJ-18 supersonic anti-ship missiles. Her air wing consists of basically all of the J-15s that China actually has at the moment, all 50. 25 are going to be air-to-air and 25 are going to be anti-ship. The air-to-air, 8 PL-15 long-range air-to-air missiles and close-range PL-10 high-off-boresight missiles. And the anti-shippers are stripped down because they're struggling with their weight to take off. And they have just 2 YJ-12 long-range supersonic anti-ship missiles. Let's study the air-to-air missiles a little closer. China will be using PL-15 with a quoted range of 122 nautical miles and Mach 4. America will be using AIM-260 with a predicted range of 135 nautical miles. British are using Meteor, range 108 nautical miles, about Mach 4. And Russians, modernised Adder RS-77M, 103 nautical miles. Which of the missiles is better? It's really hard to say. On paper, it's AIM-260. We've done a competition, and slightly coming out on top was Meteor, because it works slightly different with an air-breathing engine. Also, there are a series of close-range IR missiles, but they're all pretty similar. For today, we won't go through them. Finally, we'll go through air-launched anti-ship missiles. The Chinese will be launching the YJ-12, a non-stealth, high-velocity, nearly Mach 4 long-range missile, while the Americans have gone a very different way. They will be using the LRASM, subsonic munition of about the same range, but very low visibility. Some ships can intercept LRASMs in the sim, some can't. Which leads us on to the all-important predictions, guys. In terms of testing, I have tested every weapon here in isolation, and they do work fine. I've not, however, in my testing, allowed the missiles to actually hit any target. So I, at this point, know as much as you who's actually going to win. It's really important that I stay unbiased like that. I hate it when YouTubers script their DCS matches. We want it unscripted. Whatever happens, happens. Even if it's embarrassing, that's what we stick by, guys.
The air war, the stealth fighters should have the upper hand. So as long as they can stay enough airborne and don't fire all their missiles out, they should be able to dispatch of the Russian and Chinese air fleet. My worry is possibly the anti-shippers from the ships and the aircraft. If they get their hypersonic missiles off, they may get through, because I think all the Aegis systems will be taking out the fighters too and firing at them. It's possible that if the aircraft don't get close enough for the American and British ships to use their anti-air missiles, that's the one, they should be able to shoot them all down. But yeah, it's all about, I guess, who has SAMs left at the end if anti-ship missiles get out.
I think the British destroyers are going to save us all, based on the performance that we indicated this last exercise with it. I was actually very impressed with its capability to handle multiple targets at once.
Good comment.
I think they may end up coming in clutch for us.
I think stealth rules the day. Having stealth airplanes will give us great advantage in the air war. The only thing that could, bollocks it all up is going to be a whole bunch of airplanes are firing at the same target. Then they're just wasting missiles.
And that can happen because all of the anti-shipping today is done by AI. They make the decisions who they're going to shoot at. It's possible they might be stupid AI and shoot all their missiles at one destroyer. Or they might be good AI and deconflict their targets beautifully. You never really know. The air war is going to be won by the Blues. They've got 5th gen forces versus 4th gen aircraft. We all know that's going to happen. We've done enough of these. However, I am really, really worried that we're going to get the Blue. I'm not going to try and be unbiased, obviously, as well, in terms of who I want to win. Obviously, I want the Blues to win. I'm really worried about the idea of China and Russian carrier groups that they've both been like since their inception, which is to overwhelm the hostile carrier group at the beginning by lobbing their giant ripples of supersonic and or hypersonic missiles. I'm terribly worried they're going to get through and they're going to smash our carrier groups, and that's it. It could all be over in 3 minutes, guys. We have absolutely no idea. There's a lot at stake. There's a lot of national pride at stake here. We've modelled everything as best we can to unclassified data. Obviously, there's a lot. We can't model the EW systems, but we've done it as best we can. Any final comments before we push the big green button?
It pains me to say, but I think the British anti-ships are going to pull America down, to be honest. The Asters really do not do very well with the
hypersonics.
Anti-ship missiles coming against them, yeah.
I'm worried about that as well. Welcome in, viewers. On the red coalition is Simba, Red, Firedad, Drop, and Bird. On the blue coalition is Damp, someone down there, Cannibal, I think, Poosh, Violet, and Fly. Matrix has got some mod problems, so he's going to help me watch. There's going to be so much happening at once that I will only be able to show you a fraction of what's going on. So Matrix is going to be in the background helping me, trying to tell me what's going on. Best of luck, everyone. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go, guys. Right, I'm going to start trying to look at the carriers as quickly as I can. This is an American supercarrier with the first squadron up of F-35Cs. Next. Right. is the British Queen Elizabeth class with Type 45s. Russians, we have Kuznetsov, Mig-29's about to take off, with her Gorshkov class frigates. Finally, China, with something's gone up, something's just fired, stand by. Okay, we've got
2 anti-ship missiles.
YJ-18s have gone up, right, so they've already seen them. Okay, these are supersonic up to Mach 3. And YJ-21, we've now got wow, that was quick. We've now got hypersonic 2-piece missiles in the air. These are capable of up to Mach 10. They will hit the carrier 200 plus miles away in basically, like, 30 seconds. There are now 16 anti-ship missiles. This is what I feared. The big carrier groups firing the big missiles quickly. God, that was quick. So there'll be the Type 055s firing those. There they go, look. And the Type 052s can also fire the YJ-18s. Let's look at the progress. They're halfway across the battlefield already. They're going for the British! Why are they going for the British? They're not even closer. Now, this is a thing about AI. You don't know what's going to happen until you put it in, viewers. And I'm worried. They've detected that the weakest... The Russians are firing. The Russians are now firing. Firing something. Yes, look. Trails. They're firing. P-800 Oniks. Supersonic Oniks. They're going for the Americans. So, the Red Coalitions have talked to each other. The Russians have decided to go for the Americans. The Chinese have decided to go for the British. Now, why have they made that decision? They do have information. They do know about the other carrier and what its capability. Asters are up from the British. 2-piece.
Chinese are firing anti-ship at both fleets. It looks like the hypersonic, they've fired 3 at each fleet.
Right. Oh, so
and they're also splitting their supersonic missiles as well as a hypersonic.
Right. Sorry, viewers, I was wrong. It looks like, yeah, like Matrix said, they're now splitting. Right, okay. 40 SAMs out. No, sorry. Oh, God. The chance of keeping up with these events is minimal. Right, here's the big battle at the moment, viewers. What are the Asters going to be able to do? Can they intercept? They're dropping down. No, this one's missed. This one's screwed. Look, it's not capable. Oh, dear. And we were worried about this. Right, this guy's coming in at Mach, I don't know, 7 or something, looking at those numbers. A big Mach. Oh dear. Sorry, British. That leaves us out. Wow, that was it got intercepted! It got intercepted! Oh, what's happening?
Oh, please be nudged. Please be nudged.
Some of the air-to-air missiles are out first as well, on the blue side to the Chinese.
Roger, SM2's firing SM6 and SM2. I've got to see whether these hypersonics get through. They're getting intercepted. They are getting intercepted. Well, C8 has updated the ship to the slightly more modern Asters, and it's showing now. Right, YJ-21 is intercepted. I really thought that was about to be over, viewers, and that was going to be it for the British. Oh, right. Can the Americans intercept the YJ-21? Well, we know they can because we've already run a similar situation, but things are much more complex now, viewers. There are a lot more things happening in the air. AIM-260's out from... Oh, Cannonball. Yes, SM2 and SM6, they haven't even bothered firing SM3. They do a threat assessment of viewers, and if they don't think they need to fire SM3, they won't fire SM3. Right, first bit of craziness is done. Next, we've got meteors going out from AIF-35. So far, no planes have been shot down, obviously. Ranges that they're being shot at are roughly 100 nautical miles. So what are these? Oh, here come... Okay, so YJ-18s are going for the British. Oniks are going for the Americans. Plus a couple of Oniks going for the British. Interesting. We've also got AIM-260s out from the American. Needs a 2-piece split missile. It can go 130 odd miles. And a couple of seconds for a breather and a bit of water.
If the blue forces can fend off these anti-ship missiles, it means that the reds will be fairly depleted on their stock of anti-ship missiles. It would give the blues the upper hand if they can deal with this first wave.
100%. My only slight pushback on that is I'm slightly worried that the blues are going to use all of their SAMs doing it. They've already used... no, only 19 SAMs. Only 19 SAMs, and they've got hundreds of them.
Yeah, there's a second wave of the hypersonic ones coming out from the Chinese fleet, but there's only 2 that I can see so far.
Roger, roger.
I know there's a few more being launched.
Most of our views are going to have to be in the map, I'm afraid, viewers, because there are so much important things happening. Okay, I'm watching the first meteor race towards its target. Of course, an air-breathing oxidizer engine. We got our first air-to-air kill. It's a dang fine weapon. PL-15, the Chinese shot PL-15, and that's not humans, that's AI shooting at 107 miles. Look at this guy. And flies retaliating with AIM-260. But the most important thing is this right now. Can we get our first air-to-air kill? Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Smash! Mig-29 down.
There's a wave of SAMs out from each of the fleets intercepting the cruise missiles inbound.
Yep, I see. Right, so it looks like, yeah, these YJ... Oh, there's another 21. Looks like these 18s are getting intercepted by the Americans pretty easily. Can the British intercept them, though? Look at that, Yep.
It doesn't look like the Americans are intercepting the inbound supersonic cruise missiles in there to the northwest. They are intercepting the hypersonic ones inbound from the west, though.
Asta's out for... another problem is British don't carry a huge amount of Astas as compared to the Americans. That's a slight worry. Come on, intercept that sucker. We cannot let one of them get through. Another meteor strike, maybe? Really good weapon, viewers. Really good weapon. You can see it won our little competition. Well, it came second to the R-37, actually. But okay, the Americans are about to be swarmed now by... This is what I'm worried about. These are P-800s. I've actually never tested these against the Americans. I'm hoping they can be intercepted.
Yeah, SM-6 is out on those now.
Come on, intercept.
Can make out individual targets. My radar is completely cluttered.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem today. You even get some of the non-stealth missiles on your radar. Uh-oh, P-800's going to get through.
There's one in so far, but I think there's a missile on.
ESSMs are out. The ESSMs are now out. Thank God. These missiles are excellent at close-range defense against this type of missile. Come on, hit them. Oniks down. Brilliant. You look at that, viewers. America's defending itself. Let's have a quick look at the fleet. That is what an American carrier strike group can do, viewers. Their offense is in the planes. Their defense is in the ships. Look at them turn. Look at those missiles turn. They're helping the British. Those ones are helping the British. The British are weaker. They're probably the weakest carrier group. Uh-oh. Something's got through on the British side. No!
Holy shit, I got Simba.
Oh, yes! F you, sucker! Yes! Oh, guys, that's close. Loads of meteors going over the top bit. A lot of them have failed to track for reasons, probably because they were fired so long ago that the target they were going to track is no longer alive. This guy's doing a thing up here. Right, we've survived so far. If blue can survive the initial barrage from red, there's a dang good chance of blue winning here. So far, red have lost 3 J-15, 4 Mig-29. Blue have lost 1 F-35, which I'm actually surprised about, but it's possible. In situations this complex, you know, think how hard it is to operate. Sorry that I'm missing the kills, viewers, but there's very little chance of me catching all of these kills. Okay, we've got a temporary break in the anti-shipping, so let's watch some of this. That guy's just evaded that missile. He did a thing which upset its sensor.
Why are there two AIM-260s heading towards me? In the south.
Yeah, there are. There's someone friendly fired you. Someone friendly fired you. They're at 44,000 feet. They're down to 1,000 knots fly. They won't catch you up, don't worry. They were fired in error.
Okay.
Again, mistakes are going to happen today, viewers. There is so much happening here. You can't really blame people for... Okay, 10...
It's natural.
10 red jets down. What's doing the most work? The meteor or the thing? I don't really know.
One thing you'll notice is that blue have managed to push beyond the bulls towards the red fleet, so they're taking down the red fleet very effectively.
Excellent. That's the beauty of 5th gen versus 4th gen. The 5th gen have made it way past bullseye now, the AI guys. The one problem is they're getting an ATM and getting shot by Sidewinder type missiles. That's a them problem, I'm afraid, viewers. I did specify them not to do that, but they won't always listen to my orders. I call it the Maverick code. Some of them just go Maverick and do silly things like that. Would that happen in real life? Maybe, probably not, maybe. I don't know. Words and stuff. Right, we've got some more YJ-18s coming in. At some point, the British are going to run out of Astas, and I'm ever so worried about that, viewers. Trying to look at the big picture here. We've got some flanking humors, which is great work going on. This guy's flanked all the way up here, and he's now zapping out his zappers. Supersonic, very sexy plane. Astas coming for these YJ-18 supersonic anti-shippers. Wow, 3 F-35s been shot down in the melee of missiles that's been going on. I think we've just...
Not a single 18.
You're right, we've just reached the limit of what the AI can handle now, viewers. There's so much going on from so many different angles, it just can't figure out what to do. What am I supposed to do? 260 chasing this guy down. What is he? Is a Mig-29? 8 Mig-29s down and 7 J-15s down. Incredibly efficient killing from the blues, as we'd expect with these type of missiles.
So far, the blue forces have been very effective at shooting down the anti-ship incoming missiles.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a single one get through yet.
Brilliant. Oh, those Mig-29Ks are incredibly kinematically strong, viewers. Look at them beat an AIM-260. It's travelling at Mark 2. Both travelling at Mark 2 right now.
Saw it taking out anti-ship missiles.
Oh, wow. Where are you, roughly? I'm never going to find you, Stock. It's so big, but just keep it...
Smacked.
Well done. Do you know what you're shooting down? Do you know where he is?
YJ-12s, I think.
Yeah, he's west of the British
There he
fleet.
is. He's shooting down... No, you're shooting down P-800s. Those are Onyxes, and they've got a damn good chance of killing the Americans. Sock's here. He's found non-stealth Onyx missiles here, and he's shooting them down with his missiles. Good work, Sockington. Really good use of a jet. Look at this guy. This guy's in a world of pain. He's getting chased by an insatiable meteor. Well done, drop. Uh-oh, the British... Is a P-800 going to sneak under the radar? I know there's a lot of air combat, viewers, but air combat will happen. What's really important is the ship combat. It's going for the carrier as well. Oh, yeah! Smack it in the face. We've still got plenty of missiles. Pang! Oh, that didn't hit. Come on, get that guy.
Just got all my missiles off there because I am very low on fuel.
Well done, you dodged a
My
whole
hair is
load
limited.
of... dodged a whole load of meteors. And there is the problem with the Mig-29K. It does not carry a lot of go-go juice. British are cutting it fine. An adder, an advanced adder's got all the way over the American carrier group. Look at that. Crazy stuff going on there. ESSMs. Good. Blue is defending themselves well.
Cap, you saw what see what I did in the south?
Yep, you've got a thing. He's flies done, got here in that. I've no idea how because it's not a stealth jet. And he's put things on that there. That's all I will say. Right. All carrier groups are safe. And hopefully the Chinese are starting to run out of missiles soon.
Sock intercepting more missiles.
Yes, you are, Sock. Look at him doing the things, viewers. Every time he shoots one of these down, he's saving his carrier group many Asters, which are very expensive and not numerous. Ah, look at it bend. Look at it bend. Go on, Sock.
Good shot, Bird.
Home on jam.
Unlucky, Sock. Couple of misses there. It's
Got
annoying.
another one coming after.
Yeah, it's a very hard job for these missiles to intercept Mark III missiles on the deck. Bear in mind, this is on the deck. Almost impossible for them to get a fire solution. Bunch of Asters on the way. Come on, hit him. Miss. God damn it. That's frustrating, look. Failed.
The British are layering their
Bingo
launches.
kill.
They're not launching them in one big wave. They've got more Asters out now, the short-range versions.
Run, my beautiful missiles, run!
Well done, Fly. And his missiles should be tracking on data link, so even without Fly in the game, they're going to track as long as the other AWACS can see this AWACS, which I assume it counted, I don't know. Distances are pretty big today. All right, guys, try and find out. Well, there's a merge. Look, this is what happens when AI gets confused, viewers. It goes into dogfight mode and just does stupid stuff, unfortunately. Can't do much about that, and therefore we're going to lose. It's the British. The F-35s of the British have gone nuts. Never mind, you know what? As long as they're killing, they're just going to have to accept the losses. Oh. Even though he doesn't have a gun, he's going into a dogfight. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the British! Oh, he does have a gun. How about that? Better cut that out. Good kill, though. You see, they're just getting shot by IR missiles. That's annoying. Come on, AIM-260s, perform better. Must do better.
Cap, AVAX is in tally.
Roger, be over there in a second.
And yes, they're tracking.
And just watching this final kill over here. Smack! Oh, that AIM-260 though.
Yeah, there's no way I can intercept this. It's so fast.
Yeah, alright, scratch it. The problem is you can only go Mark 1 down on the deck and it go Mark 3 Sock. Leave it to the ships then. The tracking fly.
Copy.
One third of red AWACS about to go down. If they lose AWACS, the ships can't fire. Their planes can't fire, nothing happens. Everything in 2020 is based on AWACS and over-the-horizon radar.
Smack.
Well done. 20 reds down, 13 blues down.
There are a few more anti-ship missiles coming out from the red side, but they're not coming in waves. They're coming in individually or as pairs, which makes it a lot easier for the defending forces to intercept them.
Yep.
So I suspect that the Chinese initial fire rate has tailed right off. They're probably getting short.
Great. I'm happy with that. See, look at these stealth viewers. They're just running into dogfights. Oh, it's frustrating. Oh, it's frustrating.
Hey, Violet, when you reload, can you go after Bird in the south?
Sure.
Lots of 617 squadron getting shot down, which is annoying. It's all about the war, at the end of the day. 24 reds down, 14 blues down. The blues have fired 450 missiles, thereabouts. The Chinese have fired about, I don't know, 150 missiles.
Fox 2 on an incoming missile.
Where is he? There is Sock. Huh. Of that.
Oops.
That, as valued viewers, is Sock. You can be brilliant, or you can be really stupid. I think you're going to get away with it, Sock. I think you're going to get away with it. Come on, get away with it. He's got away with it.
Don't shoot another one.
Huh, he shot another one at him.
Got him. He's down.
All right.
It's friendly Sock.
That was an F-35.
Huh.
Yep. British fleet is still engaging the incoming anti-ship missiles, so they're doing okay at the moment.
Roger, like you said, they're only coming in dribs and drabs now, which is kind of nice. Meteor's chasing MiGs down. 16 MiGs destroyed, only 8 left in their entire air wing.
Damp, priority target, bird 242 for 135.
And wiggle his little fin, viewers. I'm wiggling at you. I'm wiggling at you, American carrier group. Okay, the American F-35s are working properly. The American F-35s are RTB. Only 2 have been shot down. The others have gone back and landed like they're supposed to. It's just the British, for some reason, have got some Maverick in their blood, which I'm not happy about. PL-15s out en masse. Look at that. Bunch of PL-15s out. It must mean that the Americans are out of F-35s and they're onto their non-stealth Super Hornets. And I'm right. The F-35Cs are RTB, as they were supposed to be. The Super Hornets are going in. Red tails. Lots of missiles, but they also are dangerously non-stealthy. They're low observability, but against an AESA radar, it's not a huge help in these scenarios.
I noticed the Chinese fleet have stopped launching their aircraft, so if the Hornets can deal with these J-15s that are airborne at the moment, just northwest of Bulls, then should leave the Chinese fleet open.
Roger. I also see the Russian carrier group are now out of P-800 Oniks, and they've gone back to P-700 shipwrecks they're firing out. Okay, Americans still got so many missiles they're taking down these with ease. Look, they're helping each other. The British are helping Asters, and the Americans are returning the favour. Here's the thing. Super Hornet. Oh! First red tail of the day's down, but they are pumping out 260s in response. Crazy maverick British pilot going nuts. Likes to play with swords. Going in for a dogfight with a gun he doesn't have, and he's dead, and rightfully so. He's a knob. What's the matter with British pilots?
If you want, you can go defensive.
17 MiG-29s down, only 7 left in their arsenal. On track, son of a bee. Only 6 Russians are left, plus human. Go on, chase that sucker down. Defeated. Oh, more stupid Maverick F-35s getting too close for their own good.
So far, I don't see the Blue having launched any anti-ship missiles.
Yep. The Americans fire them from their aeroplanes, which haven't taken off yet, and the British need to get within 130 miles for a naval strike missile.
So that could be anything up to about 2 hours from now, Cap. 30 miles they've got to do.
Yeah, we won't be going that far. Half of the British F-35s have sacrificed themselves like idiots. But you know what? They've done their kidding. They've taken out the Russians. There are only 4 Russians left. Chinese are still whacking their supersonic missiles. They're out of YJ-21s. There's no more hypersonics, but there is supersonics left. And they will keep firing them. Shot. Oh no. F-35 down. 13 British down. Only 3 Americans down. Well done, Americans. Flying properly. We can take a leaf out of their book today, I think. How are the Red Tails doing now? Red Tails are doing well. Only 3 down. Someone's landing. Who's landing? Okay, yep. The whatever they're called, F-35s are landing on the supercarrier. Who's winning so far, viewers? Who's winning?
Team Red's about 2 billion cheaper.
Everything's modelled here for latest wiki prices, viewers. Inflation adjusted. 2 million the Red have cost so far. 4 million the Blue have lost or used, whatever. But no ships have been sunk on either. That's where the big money is. No ships have been sunk on either thing. It's because the stealths getting shot. It's because the British stealths getting shot down. Only 3 AI MiGs left in the battle, and they're probably RTB. Yep, the remaining AI MiG-29s are out of fuel and RTB, so there's just a couple of humans left, but defending in the north. Now that could come to bite them in the bottom. Let's see if any of my humans have got any kills for the lols. It's very hard to get a kill in a battle like this. Fly's got 4 kills. What the hell? Where did that come from? 4 kills and 1 loss. That's not bad. Sock's got a kill. Pooch's got a kill. In fact, loads of them have got a kill. Well done, guys. Man of the match Fly so far. I don't know how he's done so well.
I'm killed much of the MiG-29 AIs.
Dogfight, F-35, MiG-29. Oh, it's dropped! Drops against an AI. Or is it AI or is it human? That would be. He's found himself. Though, be careful, they're dangerous, they are. They've gone rogue. The British pilots have gone rogue drop. And they've all gone into dogfights. It's been outmaneuvered by the MiG-29, which probably would happen in real life. Whoa! It had to end in dogfights, didn't it, guys? He's used all his missiles, look, viewers, so he's on guns. Vertical scissors. Lateral scissors. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Fat Amy's coming back round. Fat Amy's all over you like a cheap suit.
There's quite a few anti-ship missiles inbound to the American fleet, and it looks like they're engaging with shorter range missiles now.
ESSM's going out. Look at that, viewers. ESSM's going out. Quick look at the ships, what they look like when they look at them. They're just zap, 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 zap. Send them all out. One's got a hit. There they go. Maneuverable little things. Look at them all. ESSMs are really good. Close range defense. You can see them earning their money there. Expensive because there's so many of them. 64 per ship. Still, these guys are locked horns in a dogfight. Ah, maneuver kill! F-35 wins. Those crazy Maverick pilots are useful for something. Yep, those ESSMs are making absolute mincemeat.
Suggests the US fleet might be out of standard missiles.
No, I see SM-2MR coming up from the northern lot.
Oh, yeah,
something.
you're right.
I mean, they're going for the shipwrecks. The shipwrecks, these don't pose much threat for us. They're like 1980s, 1990s missiles. They're supersonic, they're Mach 1.4, but by today's standards, that's pretty hopeless. Fly's got...
Fly 3 times Fox 3.
How did Fly get there? Look where he's got. He's got over
Sneaky!
Russian carrier.
Fly RTB.
Now, the question is, will they guide? Will they guide? Because he thinks he's fired on a cold to the AWACS. There's a good chance that AWACS post-Doppler radar might actually not be able to see. We're going to have to see. All this stuff's modelled. Someone is chasing you, Fly. Definite things are happening. Right, let's follow those missiles and see whether they're going to track.
Actually, I hoped I locked the AWACS, but I mistook that.
Birds destroyed.
Well done.
From a range, I could lock the down AWACS.
I think you have fired at the AWACS, you know, Fly.
Yeah, but I thought I'd fired on the north one.
Huh. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Fly. Look at this guy doing a thing. Look at Sock. Did you... Oh, you ran into a Russian down there, did you? I mean, a Chinese man.
I did. J-15.
Well done, Sock. Good fighting, good defense, because he could have snuck round and wasted all of our missiles. Now, there's Bullseye. Look how far Blue are still. For the whole match, Blue have been past the Bullseye, but they are out of stealth jets now. The British are either dead because of their idiocy or their RTB. The Americans have just run out. They're
Oh,
out
that meteors!
Oh, what happened? You shot Fly. You shot that guy, look. Well done, Fly. Also, AWACS number 2 about to go down. The good Lord saw fit to give them 3. But that is second AWACS down. Well done, Fly. Good use of a life. RTB, if you can, save that airframe, because you've got boys who are unhappy with you. Very, very unhappy.
I'm on the run.
How do you feel about this drop?
I'm on the run.
Target's in my sight.
And like I said, those MiG-29s are a lot faster than Fly. Can he get away in Fat Amy? Who knows? Who knows? Even Reds found him. Reds have done brilliant air-to-air today. They've just done so well against the stealth fighters, which are genuinely hard to kill. Even if you get them close, their stealth still affects the missiles.
Fox 2s would more likely kill me than the radar guided.
Yeah, most stealth kills have been done with Fox 2s. Look at that hop. And we have a dogfight. Another Fat Amy versus, this time, a Chinese flanker. Fired a meteor, but it didn't work. AI versus AI dogfight. If you're wondering why these guys are killing, the British are killing with guns, it's because I forgot to remove their gun ammo, because I'm an idiot. They're not supposed to have guns. Little things like that will happen sometimes. Look at that for a dogfight, viewers. That's really good dogfight.
Looks like the British fleet have learned not to try and intercept the anti-ship missiles at extreme range. They're holding their ammunition until they get closer and more higher PK. Quite a few inbound to the US fleet though, but they're dealing with it as well, mostly with the ESSMs now.
Bird 119 for 138.
Guys getting a bit too close for my taste. Oh shit, they're tracking me!
They're trying to shoot the stealth down, look, viewers. They've got to 29 miles away. They've got to 29 miles away. Fly! Run! Schneller! Schneller, Fly! Oops, wrong button.
Es geht nicht schneller!
Violet's coming in to do a thing. Well, is that an anti-shipper? Still no anti-shippers up. Come on,
Very
anti-shippers.
close.
Now I have few problems.
Anti-shippers are taking off, Bird, anti-shippers are taking off.
Das gut.
Red smash! Red got his comeuppance. Ooh, slightly awkward. Human on human. You know, I love a bit of human on human sandwich. Oh, but has Violet seen a thing? The question is, has Violet seen a thing? Violet seen a thing! Meteor in the face! Oh, he didn't die!
Oh yeah, I'm dead.
Oh, good meteor, Violet. Violet is the furthest person in. 50 miles from the carrier. Violet, I suggest go and take those anti-shippers out, yo.
I'm bingo fuel.
I don't know then. 19 miles. The boys of Cork fly up to 19 miles. Look at him run! His little fat Amy.
Yeah.
Ich bin fat Amy. Ha ha ha. Ich liebe
Can't you
Wurst.
know what the problem is? They got me to out of fuel.
Ah.
I have 100 pounds fuel left.
Ah.
I see no ship-launched anti-ship missiles from the Reds now, apart from possibly one.
Right, so...
There's a few more inbound on the US fleet, though.
So the Chinese are out of anti-ship missiles, but now they've launched their anti-ship squadron, which are going to launch these YJ-12 Supersonic missiles. Will they get in range is the problem. People like Damper out there who might be able to take... Damper's been found by a HHQ-9B. Wow. That's just impressive, Damper. Unlucky.
Ooh,
Yeah, wrong place.
I got my missile out though.
Yes, you did. Right, things are hotting up. We are 35 minutes into the simulation. Oh, American anti-shippers are out with their LRASMs. Finally, some punch from the blue side. Aha. Someone's had a good look at this guy. Is it going to track? Yes, it is.
So the British fleet have fended off the ship-launched anti-ship missiles by the looks of things.
Yep, well done.
And I think the US fleet have done the same by the looks.
That really could have gone either way, guys. M260 failed. SM6 will not fail, though.
Saga's continuing his mission for anti-missiling. Should I defend the American or the British fleet?
That's so tough to know, Sock. Probably
American.
I don't know. Yeah.
American fleet.
I think we can actually stand to lose the British. Well, I hate to say it. We can't stand to lose the... Simba has found another human. Go on, Simba Wimper, but can he track his stealth missile? No, he's going to have to go ACM. The problem is the stealth. It messes those missiles up, like I said. Those kills against the British Mavericks were done with heat seekers. Oh, but Simba's met his match in that very expensive missile. Very capable.
And I'm a glider.
I'm not sure he can beat it. This thing's been guided by the AWACS, so even if he uses curvature of the Earth, there's not a lot he can do to beat it. Simba, you guys get an SM6 range, you're pretty much dead, unfortunately. There's not much we can do about it. But you're happy to know that Fly died anyway.
I wasn't even going after you anymore.
Human on human action going on
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Bird wants to wang gay on Violet.
It looks like there's very little by way of red anti-air defense aircraft at the moment.
I think they're all dead. I think, apart from the humans, all air-to-air is dead. Now what matters for the Chinese is getting their anti-shippers up, of which they've got a whole squadron, 24. That's 48 supersonic missiles they can fire, which could easily destroy either of these carrier groups. Bird uses his non-radar guided missile.
First wave of ESSMs is out against the Chinese fleet.
Violet is going very slow. What's going on there?
I'm out of fuel.
Gliding.
Ah, Violet did a thing. Right, I suggest you get back in an airframe and go and take down those anti-shippers. Blues, you've got a... The LRASMs are out. Valued viewers, this is America's punch. Over $3 million per pop. They are stealth anti-ship missiles with a radar cross-section azimuth reserve 0.05 meters squared. They can be seen by some ships, but not others. Now, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 20 airborne now. These guys fired them. The Super Hornet. They've decided to launch, I haven't specified what to launch at, but they've decided to launch at the Chinese, seeing them as the biggest threat, which makes sense because the Russians are done. They've got nothing left there. The remaining Mig-29s are landing now, look. I am land. Oh, they even get out of the aeroplane. Ivan's got out of the aeroplane, and that guy's taxiing, look. Current coalition costs, Red have lost $30 billion worth of hardware. Americans have lost nearly $6 billion of hardware, but that's still small money to losing a carrier. A carrier's like $7 billion each or something, so that's still small change. Right, now this Super Hornet is now shooting at the anti-shippers, and about dang time. These guys will fire when they decide to fire. I thought they were going to fire at 160 miles, and I don't know why they're taking so long, but if they leave it much longer, they're not going to get missiles out, I'm afraid. That is their decision to make.
Sock's taking up defensive position around Blue Fleet.
It's pretty much just his red tail taking them all out now. The good Lord saw fit to give him lots of AIM-260s. That's the good news. Birds RTB drops back in action. All AI aircraft air-to-air are pretty much gone, apart from 2 Super Hornets. They're the only AI aircraft air-to-air. 2 red tails. And this guy here, who's attacking the anti-ship missiles are out just before they got shot. Look at that, viewers. Timing. They were waiting. They were waiting to tease us. Okay, game's back on. YJ-12's in the air. Mark 4 missiles. Just as they get smashed out of the sky. 1, 2. See the power of everything here. The power of modern supersonic missiles and the power of AIM-260 futuristic missiles. Different tech in play here. Fast, non-stealthy. Slow, stealthy. Who's going to win the race? These guys are superfluous to requirement now. They can die. Back to the safe space on the carrier. Ooh, things hotting up again, guys. Oh my god, what's all that? This Super Hornet's just spammed all of his AIM-260s out. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you this crazy red tail. At what? I don't know. A thing, I guess. LRASMs are approaching bullseye. Look at this. Look at that for a shot. What a snipe. And it's guiding. What a friggin' snipe, viewers. Gotta watch that make contact. Surely. There we go. Look at that. Oh, fire. Talk about wrong place, wrong time. He just copped like a 150-mile shot. Oh, but he dodged it. Ladies and gentlemen, fire!
Okay, Sock's about in range of all these incoming YJ-12s.
Alright, do a thing. Yep, you got it, Sock. The Sockington Wockington. Now, how well is SM6 going to deal? Miss! I saw an SM6 miss. See that? There it is. It missed. They got through! Sock, they got through the AIM-260 to the SM6s. They're too fast. It's now Sock. Come on, Sock. Defend your country and defend it well. Come on, can he do it? Is AIM-260 good enough to tackle a Mark 4 anti-ship missile? I don't know. Yes, you got it, Sock. 1 down. 2 down. 3 down, Sock. Well done. You shall get a medal. Making up for his earlier cock-up. Well done. I was not sure America could actually defend itself from all of those together. We saw them missing. Whole bunch more SM6s going out for what? YJ-12s are out again. Woohoo! And they're turning around and evading the AIM-260s this time. Whoa, Sock, you've got another bunch coming in. Do a thing. China is not out of the fight yet, and they are just pissed off.
Can I get a bra?
I can't. I'm not. I'm neutral. You have to figure it out.
Copy.
Again, these guys are superfluous. They can die. Oh, viewers, it's not over till it's over. This one. Got to be our best naval battle so far. Kudos to the amount of work that's gone. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours. I know to you they just look like a bunch of pixels on the screen, but it's the background tech that's been worked and worked and worked and tested and worked and tested and worked and tested to not perfection. It'll never be perfect, but it's pretty dang fine right now and giving us the best battles possible. Okay, these guys are doing their thing.
Fire, Dad. 146 for 10. I just saw them pop up on radar, LRASMs.
Look at this, viewers. They're stealthy, but they're not invisible. Like an F-22, you get close enough to it, you will see it. And so this guy's gone in, found them, going to start hitting them. But, ooh, a legacy, this thing is going to hit him. Talk about a friggin' multifaceted friggin' battle. Look at that, just.
See, the British fleet have still got plenty of Asters.
Taking out the very expensive and effective LRASMs. Okay, some of the LRASMs got through, some got shot down by Fire Dad, who's doing defensive duties now. Come on! Some YJs have got through onto the US carrier group. Can they defend? More SMs out. All the amount of missiles are all modelled, by the way, valued viewers. Nothing's cheating here. Well done, Sock. That lot's dealt with, but you've got more coming in, FYI. LRASMs are now 40 miles from Chinese carrier group. Fire Dad is in. He's got him on his radar and his electro-optical system is going to go and do a thing. But can he do a thing well enough is the question. Oh, batch!
Sock's found missiles.
YJ-12's coming out. Yep, you got him, Sock. Nothing going on the top really up here. These boys are doing a thing, but they're just sniping these boys, really. The Russians are essentially out of it.
Sock found missiles. Fox 3s.
Go on, Sock.
Okay, Cambo. Is he off radar? Or is he notching us?
Notching.
I had noticed earlier that there was a wave of 4 of the LRASMs heading for the Russian fleet, so there may be some on the way there.
Bird smashing LRASMs. You're smashing LRASMs, Bird. How could you? Don't you realize how pretty they are?
The carrier.
They're like seals. Oh no, almost all of the RASMs are dead! Hang on, I think we might have a gummed up American carrier. Matrix, when was the last time you saw anyone take off from the American side?
I couldn't exactly tell you.
Roger, can you do me a favour and keep an eye on the American carrier? I think they're gummed up. I need to find out which one it is and then I'll go and strafe it to shoot it. I think someone's got
Some of them got past me, Cap.
Okay, only 4 made it past you. So let's see how this goes. And they're being taken out, they're being overwhelmed now. Yep.
Yeah, there's an F-18 on Cat 1, which is holding things up.
There is an F-15 called Cleanup or something like that. You can go in there for strafing operations only.
Roger.
We've got a gummed up supercarrier here, viewers. When you put 60 planes on oh, that's the way, look, they can't land. They're just going around in a circle. All right, what I've done is we supply our own unblocker aircraft, which Matrix is going to come in shortly. An F-15, which can go in.
Pilot Winchester.
Right. Last surviving LRASM at the front, 9 miles. Can Bird catch it? I think he's going to run out of fuel. Bird, you got a tiny winky. Put him off, valued viewers. Put him off.
Yeah, blast MX will die in the next 30 seconds.
Go, little heat seeker. Go.
No, you don't. No, you don't, Bird. Not my beautiful LRASM. Run! No! Stop gunning us! Get through! Your stealth. Use your stealth. It's going for the carrier. It's going for the friggin' carrier. Ooh! Ooh, it's gonna get through! One hit on the carrier! Smack! 1,000-pound warhead! Smash! They couldn't get it. They couldn't get it, and there's more coming through.
Oh.
Bang!
Hawkeye's down.
Last AVX down.
Oh, yeah,
Chinese carrier is dead.
oh, so yeah, Chinese carrier's dead. It was one fair and square, guys.
Pilot merge.
Well,
No point in playing anymore.
let's watch the last of the carrier group be destroyed, guys.
The money didn't update.
It might take
It's still launching,
dead.
actually. It's still launching. But
Yeah,
it's
it's
got a
not
massive
100% dead
smokestack
yet.
fire.
These are programmed to go for the largest tonnage, guys, and that is the largest tonnage. Look at them all go for it. Get through the sea whiz. Well done. Well done.
Wow, now.
That's it, guys. Well fought by everyone. It was a really hard battle. I'm just going to watch the last of the LRASMs going because they might go for some other ships. Oh! That's the best we can possibly do. Probably ever. Oh, look at that. Harpoons have started to come out from American ships. Ha! Look at these, viewers. Our old harpoons coming out from... I don't know what. I don't know what.
Mopping up weapon.
Mopping up
Going for
weapons.
other ships in the carrier fleet.
Yes! Look at this. They've even they've realised this carrier's dead and the other ones are going for Type... Oh, the Type 45s are down. Wow, look how low it's got. I was going to sinking.
55s are down.
Sinking, yeah, Type 45s are down. All right, so let this one more missile die, and I'm pausing, guys. I'm going to let the scoreboard update. Right, he even tried to go evasive, look, to get away from the missiles. Type 02 down. Oh, guys. Oh, what a battle, guys. What a battle. How many times could Red have won that? They were miles, a few miles away from getting a hypersonic on a British or American carrier, and they were just picked at the last minute. The interesting thing is you can keep running this simulation from scratch and it will actually have different outcomes each time because there are so many variables and even some randomizers in there. Scoreboard says 61 red aircraft lost to 35 blue aircraft lost. 5 ships lost to no blue ships lost. Weapons, I don't have a totalizer, but let's say 400 red missiles fired. And oh my god, the most we've ever fired, what's that, 1,900 American weapons fired. They fired lots more missiles, including 500 SAMs. Taxpayer cost, equivalent US dollars, inflation adjusted, 12.14 million to the Reds, and that was the China.
Billions.
Billions.
Yep.
These numbers are too big now. That's the Fujian and her escort Type 55s. Blue, bearing in mind they didn't lose any ships, cost a lot. American stuff and British stuff just costs a lot. 6.2 billion. Let's talk about bragging rights. Don't read into this too much, but for bragging purposes, Fly 6 kills, Violet 4 kills, Push 3 kills. Well done, Push. Sock 2 kills, although we killed about 10 anti-ship missiles, and that would have taken a good big effect in the war. Bird 2 kills, but again, he would have killed about 10 anti-ship missiles. All the boys today, guys, got kills. So well done, you lot. That's it, viewers. If you put these carriers as best as we can model them to public information against each other, the Blues, by the skin of their teeth, will win.
Very happy that I got the first AVX with the Hornet.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
I thought they would intercept me first, but I sneaked through the south, more or less, picked one by one everyone who got inches close to me, and then the last 3 I just swept in the direction to the AVEX.
I was about to say, that's the beauty of the 5th gen stealth, but you did it, the first one, with a Hornet. All fair and square. You weren't invisible.
Yeah, and after that, I thought, okay, they know what I'm planning to do, so I jump into the lightning after that.
And what allowed him to get so far? Well, him being sneaky, but the most important thing was what they call the fog of war. When something this big's happening, everything starts to break down. Human brains start to break down. Systems start to break down. AI starts to break down, as it does in real life. So that's how he managed to sneak a guy through. That's a really interesting part of the conflict.
The other side of that coin, Cap, is that our screens were completely full of jamming. I couldn't pick out individual targets half the time. I was after him. I knew he was out there, but because I was getting bra calls, but I couldn't find him because I'm just so full of jamming.
100% true to real life. In real life, it would be done by growlers. We don't have area of effect jamming. We only have personal jammers. But again, that's what you would see in real life. The entire air wing on each coalition would have their jammers blazing away, which means it's almost impossible to target anything. So absolutely, yeah.
I actually fired most of my 10 missiles home on jam and killed three AI, or no, 2 AI and Simba.
All of these weapons we're looking at today have a home on jam ability, but it's extremely unreliable way of firing a missile, and so you'll get lots of misses.
Sock wants to bring up the idea on the blue side of defense in depth. There are various layers to the defense platform of the blue side that we engage today at different ranges. Having like your fighters, having a couple Hornets as defense against missiles versus having your long range surface-to-air missile systems, medium range and then short range and then guns. It really, really works out if you're having a coordinated Iron Dome kind of effect with that, like layers of the dome.
Right,
kind of like an onion.
Yeah, the Asters are really good too. Whoever made that point beforehand, I think that was a key for the Brits.
We've upgraded the Asters to have anti-ballistic properties as per in real life, although they don't have the C-Scepter or the proper anti-ballistic missiles yet. Apparently, there's been a mod to real-life Asters to give them anti-ballistic capability, and you've seen that today, viewers. That's probably the biggest, best naval one we'll ever do. There's nowhere really to go with it now. We've done it. We've modelled everything that we can model. That's it. A bit of an end of an era, really, but pretty awesome. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you later.